In a small busy town lived a 16-year-old boy named Malik. He was tall and thin with a kind face and calm eyes. He lived with his mother in a small apartment on the edge of the town. His father had passed away when he was young, so Malik grew up helping his mother in every way he could. His mother worked long hours at a local diner, serving food from morning till night. Malik studied at the nearby public school and also worked part-time to support their home. Even though life was hard, Malik never lost his kind heart. Every morning, Malik woke up early, packed his books, and walked to school. His clothes were simple and his shoes were old, but he kept them clean. On his way to school, he always passed a narrow street where an old woman named Mrs. Lane sat beside a wooden cart. She sold small flowers tied together in paper. She was poor and had no family. Many people walked by her without even looking. Some even ignored her as if she was invisible, but Malik never did that. Every day he stopped and greeted her with a warm smile. "Good morning, Mrs. Lane," Malik said kindly. She smiled back and said, "Good morning, young man. I saved a flower for you." Malik always took the flower, gave her a few coins, and continued to school. He placed the flower carefully in his notebook. His friends sometimes teased him and asked why he talked to the old woman every day. Malik always answered that being kind never cost anything. He believed small kindness could make a big difference. One afternoon, dark clouds covered the sky. The wind grew strong and soon heavy rain began to fall. People ran to find shelter, closing their umbrellas and rushing into shops. Malik was walking home from school when he passed the same street and saw Mrs. Lane sitting under her cart, trying to save her flowers from getting wet. The water was running down the road and her flowers were being ruined. No one stopped to help her. Malik looked around and saw everyone avoiding the spot. His heart ached. He ran to her and said, "You should not stay here. You will get sick in this rain." Mrs. Lane shook her head. "If I leave, I will lose my flowers. They are all I have to earn some money." Malik quickly took off his jacket and placed it over the flowers to protect them from the rain. Then he helped her move the cart closer to a dry area under a building. He was soon soaked from head to toe, but he did not care. Mrs. Lane looked at him with tears in her eyes. "You are a good boy, Malik. May good things come to you." At that moment, a black car stopped at the corner of the street. Inside the car sat an older man wearing a fine suit. His name was Mr. Cole. He was a billionaire businessman who had come to the town for a short visit. When he saw Malik helping the old woman in the rain, he felt something change in his heart. He had seen many people with money, but few had the kindness this boy showed. Mr. Cole watched silently as Malik helped Mrs. Lane, then left without saying anything. Later that evening, Malik reached home completely wet. His mother looked worried when he entered. She asked, "Malik, what happened to you?" Malik smiled and said, "I helped Mrs. Lane move her flowers. The rain was too strong and she could not move alone." His mother sighed but smiled proudly. "You are a good boy, my son. You have your father's heart. He always helped people even when we had nothing." Malik dried himself and sat down to eat dinner. He was tired but happy. He did not know that someone had seen his good action. In a hotel across town, Mr. Cole sat by his window thinking about the boy in the rain. He had built his life around business, money, and success. He had everything he wanted but felt something missing. Watching Malik reminded him of kindness and honesty, things that money could not buy. The next morning, Malik woke up early and got ready for school. He walked through the same street, but this time Mrs. Lane was not there. Her cart was missing and the corner looked empty. Malik felt worried. He asked a nearby shopkeeper if he had seen her. The man said, "That old woman fell sick after the rain. Someone took her to the clinic last night." Malik felt sad. Without thinking twice, he ran toward the small clinic near the market. Inside, he found Mrs. Lane lying on a bed. She looked weak but smiled when she saw him. "You came," she said in a soft voice. "Of course I came," Malik answered. "I was worried about you." The nurse nearby said, "You must be the boy who helped her in the rain. She could not stop talking about you." Mrs. Lane reached out her hand and held Malik's hand. "You have a good heart, Malik. Never stop helping others. The world needs more people like you." Malik smiled and said, "You will get better soon. I will bring you some food later." Before leaving, he placed a few coins beside her bed. It was all the money he had that day, but he wanted her to have it. The nurse smiled and said, "You are a kind boy." Outside the clinic, Mr. Cole stood near his car. He had come to visit the clinic because he planned to donate some funds for poor patients. When he entered, he noticed the same boy he had seen in the rain. Malik did not see him. Mr. Cole watched as Malik left the small coins for the old woman and quietly walked out. The scene touched his heart deeply. Mr. Cole asked the nurse, "Who is that boy?" The nurse replied, "His name is Malik. He lives with his mother in the small apartments near the river. He helped this woman during the storm. He seems poor but very kind." Mr. Cole thanked her and left the clinic. On the way back to his hotel, he could not stop thinking about Malik. He had met many rich people, but this boy had something more valuable than money: kindness and respect. Mr. Cole decided he wanted to know more about him. That night, Malik sat with his mother while she sewed clothes for extra income. They talked about their day and laughed together. Malik told her that Mrs. Lane was sick but getting better. His mother told him that good deeds always return in unexpected ways. Malik listened and nodded. He did not help for any reward. He simply did what he thought was right. Across town, Mr. Cole sat in his hotel room thinking about how to find Malik. He wanted to meet the boy who reminded him that there was still goodness in the world. He made a few calls and asked one of his assistants to find out where Malik lived. Mr. Cole had a plan forming in his mind, a plan that could change Malik's life forever. At that moment, Malik had no idea that his small act of kindness was about to open a door he never dreamed possible. The next morning started like any other for Malik. The sun rose softly over the town and he got ready for school. He wore his washed shirt and the same old shoes that had carried him through many long days. His mother was already up making breakfast. She smiled at him as he sat at the small wooden table. "Eat well before you go, Malik," she said kindly. "You have a long day ahead." Malik nodded and smiled back. "I will, Mama. I might visit Mrs. Lane after school to check if she feels better." His mother looked pleased. "You are a good boy. Keep helping others, but take care of yourself too." Malik finished his breakfast, picked up his school bag, and started his walk. The streets were still quiet, with shopkeepers opening their stores and people heading to work. Malik liked these peaceful mornings because they made him feel calm before the day began. As he walked, he noticed a black car parked near the same corner where Mrs. Lane usually sat. A tall man in a clean suit stood beside it, talking to someone. Malik thought he looked familiar, but he could not remember where he had seen him. He did not know that the man was Mr. Cole, the same billionaire who had seen him in the rain 2 days earlier. Mr. Cole watched as Malik walked by, unaware of who he was looking at. The boy's steps were steady, his face calm, and there was a quiet strength about him. Mr. Cole turned to his driver and said, "Follow him for a bit. I want to know where he goes." The driver nodded and slowly followed Malik at a distance. Malik reached the school gate and went inside. He greeted the guard politely and joined his friends in the courtyard. The school was old but full of laughter and energy. Malik enjoyed learning, especially subjects like science and history. His dream was to study further and one day do something meaningful that could help his mother live a better life. During class, Malik paid attention and took careful notes. He was one of the best students in his grade. Even the teachers liked him because he was humble and respectful. After the final bell rang, he packed his books and left the school. His plan was to visit Mrs. Lane at the clinic before heading home. When he reached the small clinic, Mrs. Lane was sitting up on her bed. She looked much better than before. Her face was brighter and her smile returned. "Malik, my dear boy, you came again," she said warmly. "Yes, Mrs. Lane, I came to see how you are doing," Malik replied cheerfully. "You look stronger today." "I feel better thanks to the kind people here," she said. "And thank you for helping me that day. You saved my flowers and maybe my life." Malik smiled shyly. "I only did what anyone should do." A man sitting in the hallway overheard them. It was Mr. Cole again. He had come to meet the doctor and check the clinic's donation plans. But when he saw Malik enter, he stayed quietly in the corner, watching. He wanted to understand what kind of boy Malik was. Everything he saw confirmed that the kindness in the boy was real. When Malik left the clinic, Mr. Cole stepped outside and called to him politely. "Excuse me, young man. Can I have a word?" Malik turned around. He was surprised to see such a well-dressed man talking to him. "Yes, sir," he said respectfully. Mr. Cole smiled. "I saw what you did for that old lady. That was a good thing to do. Malik felt a little shy. It was nothing, sir. She needed help. Mr. Cole looked at him closely. What is your name? My name is Malik, he replied. And your full name? Malik Brown, sir. Mr. Cole nodded. Where do you go to school? I study at Riverdale Public School, sir. I'm in the 10th grade. Mr. Cole smiled again. You seem like a smart young man. What do you want to do after school? Malik thought for a moment. I want to study more, sir. I want to learn about machines and how things work. Maybe I can build something useful one day. Mr. Cole liked the answer. It showed that Malik had dreams beyond his struggles. That is a fine goal, he said kindly. I like to help young people who work hard. Maybe one day I can help you too. Malik thanked him politely. That is very kind of you, sir. But I only hope to do well by my own effort. Mr. Cole smiled at his honesty. Effort is important, but sometimes life gives us a hand when we least expect it. You have a good heart, Malik. Keep it that way. Malik nodded. Thank you, sir. I will. After saying goodbye, Malik walked home. He kept thinking about the kind man he met outside the clinic. He did not know who Mr. Cole really was. He just thought of him as a nice stranger. That evening, Mr. Cole returned to his hotel and called his assistant, Mr. Harris. I want you to find out everything about a boy named Malik Brown, he said. He studies at Riverdale Public School. Make sure to do it quietly. Mr. Harris was surprised. May I ask why, sir? Mr. Cole answered calmly. Because I think this boy deserves a chance in life. The next day, Mr. Harris went to the school and met the principal. He explained that his company was offering scholarships for deserving students. The principal told him about Malik, his good grades, and his humble family background. Mr. Harris took notes and shared everything with Mr. Cole later that day. Mr. Cole listened carefully and said, Prepare the documents for a scholarship in his name. But do not tell him yet. I want to see how he continues before he knows anything. Meanwhile, Malik continued with his normal life. He studied hard, helped his mother at the diner, and visited Mrs. Lane whenever he could. She was now fully recovered and back to selling flowers. Malik helped her move her cart each morning before going to school. People began to notice his kindness, and some even started buying more flowers from Mrs. Lane out of respect for him. One afternoon, while Malik was helping his mother clean the diner after closing, 2 men in suits entered. One of them was Mr. Harris. He smiled politely and said, Good evening. Is this Malik Brown? Malik looked up surprised. Yes, sir. That is me. Mr. Harris handed him an envelope. This is from Mr. Cole. He wanted you to have it. Malik took the envelope carefully. Inside was a letter written in neat handwriting. It said, Dear Malik, I was moved by your kindness and honesty. I believe you have a bright future. This scholarship will cover your school fees and provide support for your studies. I hope you continue to follow your dreams and keep your kind heart. Sincerely, Mr. Cole. Malik could not believe what he was reading. His mother came over and read the letter too. Tears filled her eyes. My son, your kindness has been seen by someone important, she said proudly. Malik stood quietly, feeling a mix of shock and joy. He did not expect any reward for helping someone. He only wanted to do the right thing. That night, as he looked at the letter again, Malik promised himself that he would use this chance well. He would study harder, not just for himself, but to make his mother proud and to prove that kindness always brings light even in hard times. But deep inside, Malik did not know that this was only the beginning. Mr. Cole had more plans for him, plans that would soon change his life in ways he could never imagine. The morning sunlight came through the small window of Malik's room. He woke up early, feeling excited and thankful. The letter from Mr. Cole lay on his table, and every time he looked at it, he felt inspired. His mother had placed it carefully in a small folder to keep it safe. For Malik, it was not just a piece of paper. It was proof that doing good in silence could still bring blessings one day. His mother smiled as he got ready for school. You look happy today, she said. Malik nodded. I am, Mama. Mr. Cole's letter makes me want to work harder. I want to show that I deserve his trust. His mother hugged him and said, You already deserve it, my son. But yes, keep studying and keep being kind. When Malik reached school, everyone was talking about him. The news of the scholarship had spread quickly. Some students congratulated him, while others whispered behind his back. A few classmates felt jealous because they did not understand how he had received such help. Malik did not let it bother him. He greeted everyone politely and focused on his studies. During lunch break, his teacher, Mr. Allen, called him to the office. Malik entered quietly. Mr. Allen smiled and said, "Malik, I am very proud of you. You have always been a good student, and now this scholarship will open new doors for you. Mr. Cole's foundation is known for supporting talented and honest young people." Malik thanked his teacher and said, "I will do my best, sir." As Malik walked home after school, he noticed a black car parked near the corner. Mr. Cole stepped out, wearing a simple shirt instead of his usual suit. Malik was surprised but happy to see him. "Good afternoon, sir," Malik said with respect. Mr. Cole smiled. "Good afternoon, Malik. I see you got my letter." "Yes, sir. Thank you very much for the scholarship. It means a lot to me and my mother," Malik said sincerely. Mr. Cole nodded. "You earned it, Malik. Your actions showed me that you have a good heart. I like to help people who try to help others. How is Mrs. Lane doing now?" "She is better, sir," Malik replied. "She is back to selling flowers. I help her every morning before school." Mr. Cole looked pleased. "That is wonderful to hear. You have not changed." "I like that." They stood quietly for a moment. Then Mr. Cole said, "Malik, I would like to invite you to visit my company this weekend. I want you to see how things work in business. Maybe it will give you some ideas for your future." Malik's eyes widened. "Really, sir? I would be honored." "Good," Mr. Cole said. "I will send my driver to pick you up on Saturday morning." When Malik told his mother the news that night, she was filled with joy and pride. "My son, this is a great opportunity. You must be respectful and learn as much as you can," she said. Saturday morning came quickly. Malik wore his cleanest clothes and polished his shoes. A black car arrived outside their small apartment, and a polite driver opened the door for him. Malik's mother waved as the car drove away. Malik looked out the window, feeling nervous but excited. When the car stopped in front of a tall building, Malik stepped out and looked up. The name Cole Industries was written in large letters across the top. The building looked modern and full of energy. People walked in and out wearing neat suits carrying files and tablets. Malik felt small among them but also determined. Inside, the receptionist greeted him and guided him to Mr. Cole's office on the top floor. The elevator ride felt long, and Malik could feel his heart beating fast. When the doors opened, he stepped into a quiet hallway decorated with plants and paintings. Mr. Cole was waiting at the end of the hall. He greeted Malik with a warm smile. "Welcome, Malik. Come in. I am glad you came." Mr. Cole's office was large but simple. There were big windows with a view of the whole city. Malik looked around in amazement. Mr. Cole said kindly, "Sit down. I want to show you something." He handed Malik a tablet and showed him pictures of different projects. "This company builds machines, designs technology, and supports schools in poor areas. I started with almost nothing when I was young. That is why I believe in helping others rise." Malik listened carefully. He asked questions about how the machines worked and how the company helped students. Mr. Cole was impressed by his curiosity and smart thinking. "You have a good mind, Malik," Mr. Cole said. "You remind me of myself when I was your age. Would you like to work here part-time after school? You can learn about machines and earn a small income." Malik's eyes filled with excitement. "Yes, sir, I would love to. That is my dream," Mr. Cole smiled. "Then it is decided. You can start next week. My team will guide you. But remember one thing, Malik, never forget where you came from. Success means nothing if you lose your kindness." Malik nodded firmly. "I will remember that, sir." When he returned home that evening, his mother was waiting at the door. "How was it?" she asked eagerly. Malik smiled widely. "It was amazing, Mama. Mr. Cole offered me a part-time job at his company. I can learn and help at the same time." His mother hugged him tightly. "I am so proud of you, my son. Your father would be proud too." Over the next few weeks, Malik balanced school and his new job. He helped the engineers with simple tasks, learned about machines, and watched how they worked. Everyone liked him because he was humble, hardworking, and always ready to learn. Mr. Cole often checked on him and gave him small advice about life and business. One day, during lunch, Malik sat in the company cafeteria reading a book about mechanical design. A senior engineer named Mr. Reed walked over and said, "You really enjoy learning, don't you?" Malik smiled. "Yes, sir. I want to understand how everything works." Mr. Reed nodded. "Good, keep that spirit. People like you can build the future." Weeks turned into months. Malik continued to study and work hard. His teachers noticed his improvement at school, and even his classmates started respecting him more. Mrs. Lane often told everyone how Malik's kindness had brought him blessings. She said it proudly every time someone stopped at her cart to buy flowers. One afternoon, Mr. Cole invited Malik to his home for dinner. Malik was nervous but accepted the invitation. When he arrived, he saw a beautiful house surrounded by green gardens. Mr. Cole greeted him warmly. "Come in, Malik, I want you to meet my family." Inside, Malik met Mrs. Cole and their daughter, who were kind and welcoming. They treated him not as a poor boy, but as a guest of honor. During dinner, they talked about school, work, and life. Mr. Cole shared stories of his struggles when he was young and how he built his business step by step. At the end of the meal, Mr. Cole said, "Malik, I see something special in you. If you keep your honesty and hard work, you will go far. I want to help you reach college when the time comes." Malik's eyes filled with gratitude. "Thank you, sir. I will do everything I can to make you proud." Mr. Cole smiled. "Make yourself proud first, Malik. That is what matters most." That night, as Malik walked home under the quiet sky, he felt stronger than ever. He had no fancy clothes or big house, but he had something even greater. He had hope, guidance, and the chance to change his life. He did not know that this was only the beginning of a bigger test that would soon come his way. Months passed quickly. Malik's life had changed more than he could ever imagine. He studied during the day and worked at coal industries after school. He learned about machines, designs, and even small parts of business management. The engineers liked him and often said that he had a sharp mind and a humble attitude. Every evening, Malik returned home tired but happy. His mother would prepare dinner, and they would talk about everything that happened during the day. Their small apartment was still simple, but there was warmth and hope in it. Malik's hard work made his mother proud, and she often thanked God for giving her such a good son. One day at the company, Mr. Cole called Malik into his office. The large room looked bright under the sunlight coming through the tall windows. Mr. Cole stood near his desk, smiling as Malik entered. "Good afternoon, sir," Malik said respectfully. "Good afternoon, Malik," Mr. Cole replied. "I have something important to discuss with you." Malik felt curious and a bit nervous. Mr. Cole gestured for him to sit down. "You have been working here for some time now. Everyone tells me how hard you work. I am proud of you. But I believe every good person must also face challenges. It helps them grow," Malik nodded.
"Yes, sir."
"I understand," Mr. Cole continued. "I want to give you a special task. It will not be easy, but if you complete it well, it will show me that you are ready for bigger responsibilities." "What kind of task, sir?" Malik asked. "There is a small factory in another town that is part of my company," Mr. Cole said. "It has been facing problems. The workers there are unhappy, and the machines are not working properly. I want you to visit that factory with Mr. Reed, learn what is wrong, and help find a simple solution." Malik was surprised. "You trust me with such an important task?" Mr. Cole smiled. "I trust your honesty. You may not have much experience, but I know you will give your best. Mr. Reed will guide you, but I want you to observe carefully and share your ideas." Malik nodded firmly. "I will do my best, sir." 2 days later, Malik and Mr. Reed took a bus to the nearby town where the small factory was located. The place looked old and quiet compared to the big city. When they entered the factory, Malik noticed that the workers looked tired and worried. Some machines were broken and the floor was covered with dust. Mr. Reed spoke to the manager while Malik walked around, observing everything. He noticed that one of the main machines had missing bolts and that the workers had no proper tools to fix it. He also saw that the lighting was poor, which made their work harder. Malik quietly took notes and later shared them with Mr. Reed. "Sir, if we can repair the main machine and bring better lighting, I think the workers will be able to work faster and safer." Mr. Reed looked at him thoughtfully. "You are right, Malik. Simple changes can make a big difference." Together, they spent the next 3 days working with the factory team. Malik helped repair the machine, clean the area, and talk to the workers. They were surprised to see a young boy working beside them, not giving orders but helping with his own hands. His attitude earned their respect. When the machine finally started running again, the workers clapped and cheered. Malik smiled, feeling proud of the teamwork. Mr. Reed watched him with admiration. "You have something special, Malik," he said. You make people feel valued. That is what a good leader does. After the visit, they returned to the main office. Mr. Cole listened carefully as Malik explained everything that had happened. You did very well, Mr. Cole said with pride. You did not just fix a machine. You fixed the spirit of those workers. That is leadership. Malik felt happy but remained humble. Thank you, sir. I just wanted to help. A week later, Mr. Cole invited Malik and his mother to his company for a small event. The event was to honor employees who had shown great effort and character. Malik had no idea that he was the main guest. When he arrived with his mother, everyone clapped as Mr. Cole walked to the stage. He spoke into the microphone. Today we celebrate not just skill but kindness and honesty. Some months ago I met a young man who helped a poor woman during a heavy rain. That simple act showed me his true heart. Today that same boy has become part of our family here. He looked at Malik and said, Malik Brown, please come forward. The crowd cheered as Malik walked up to the stage. Mr. Cole handed him a small gold badge with the company's symbol on it. This badge is given to those who show the values our company stands for. Hard work, honesty, and kindness. You have all three, Malik. You make us proud. Malik took the badge with trembling hands. He turned to the audience and said softly, I am thankful for everything. I just try to do what my mother taught me. Be honest, work hard, and never walk away when someone needs help. The crowd clapped again. His mother watched from the front row with tears in her eyes. She could not believe her son was being honored in such a big way. After the event, Mr. Cole came to her and said kindly, You have raised a fine young man. The world needs more mothers like you. She smiled with pride and replied, Thank you, sir. I only tried to teach him what is right. That night, Malik placed the badge beside Mr. Cole's first letter on his small table. He sat quietly thinking about how far he had come. He remembered the day he helped Mrs. Lane in the rain, the day he received the scholarship, and now this. He felt grateful, but he also knew that life would keep testing him. The next morning, a new challenge arrived sooner than expected. When Malik reached work, he found the office filled with tension. People were whispering and moving quickly. Mr. Reed came to him and said, There is a problem, Malik. Someone in the accounting department made a mistake, and an important project has lost money. Mr. Cole is very upset. Malik felt worried. That sounds serious. What will happen now? Mr. Reed sighed. They are trying to find out who is responsible. Some people think one of the junior staff members made the mistake. Later that day, Malik saw one of the junior staff, a man named Tom, sitting alone and looking nervous. Tom was a quiet man who often helped Malik with reports. Malik went to him and asked, Is everything all right? Tom shook his head. They think I made the mistake, but I did not. I tried to warn the team, but no one listened. Now everyone blames me. Malik felt sorry for him. He decided to look through the reports to understand what happened. After some checking, he noticed that the mistake was caused by a file being saved in the wrong folder. It was not Tom's fault. Malik quickly took the evidence to Mr. Reed, who then informed Mr. Cole. Mr. Cole reviewed the documents carefully. When he confirmed that Malik was right, he called Tom to his office and cleared his name. You are free of blame, Tom, he said. Malik found the real cause. You are lucky to have such a friend here. Tom thanked Malik with tears in his eyes. Mr. Cole turned to Malik and said, You did it again. You chose truth over fear. That is the real test of character. Malik smiled modestly. I only did what was right, sir. Mr. Cole placed a hand on his shoulder. You are growing into a fine young man, Malik, and I believe your journey has only just begun. That evening, as Malik walked home under the sunset, he felt proud but humble. He had faced his first real test in the company and passed it with honesty. He promised himself that no matter how far he went, he would never change the person he was inside. He did not know that Mr. Cole was planning something much bigger for him, something that would shape his entire future. The weeks after Malik's first big test at Cole Industries passed quickly. He continued to work hard at the company, study at school, and help those around him. His life had become busy, but every morning he walked through the streets with a smile. He still stopped to greet Mrs. Lane and help her set up her flower cart. She had fully recovered now, and Malik often brought small supplies to make her work easier. One bright morning, Malik was called into Mr. Cole's office. The large windows showed the city below, shining in the sunlight. Mr. Cole smiled as Malik entered. "Good morning, Malik," he said warmly. "Please sit down." Malik sat, curious about the reason for the call. "I have been watching your progress for months now," Mr. Cole continued. "You have done well in school, worked hard at the company, and proven that honesty and kindness guide your decisions. I believe it is time for a bigger opportunity." Malik felt his heart race. "Bigger opportunity, sir?" he asked. "Yes," Mr. Cole said. "I want you to join a special program at our company. It is designed for young people with great potential. You will learn leadership, advanced technology, and business skills. This program will also help you prepare for college and future success." Malik's eyes widened. I do not know what to say, sir." "Thank you," Mr. Cole smiled. "Say that you will continue to work hard and never forget who you are. That is all I ask." "I promise, sir," Malik replied sincerely. From that day, Malik's life became even more full. He attended the leadership program after school, learning from top engineers and managers. He studied management, teamwork, and problem solving. He even learned to create simple machines and improve factory operations. The engineers treated him with respect, and Malik quickly earned their admiration. One afternoon, Malik was assigned to help organize a charity project for the town. The project aimed to provide books, school supplies, and food for children from poor families. Malik worked with a team to distribute the items and ensure that every child received help. He noticed a small boy standing shyly near the edge of the crowd. Malik approached him and said, "Hello, do you need help?" The boy looked up, eyes wide. "Yes, sir. My name is Daniel. I do not have many books," Malik smiled. "You are welcome. Here, take this. It is for you and your friends, too." Daniel's face lit up with joy. "Thank you, sir." "You are very kind." Malik knelt down and said softly, "Always help others when you can. That is more important than anything." Watching from the side, Mr. Cole felt proud. He realized that Malik's kindness was spreading to others. The boy's heart was pure, and it inspired everyone around him. As the weeks went by, Malik's responsibilities increased. He started assisting Mr. Cole in planning new company projects, learning about finance, operations, and even decision-making. He became more confident but never lost his humility. One evening, Mr. Cole invited Malik and his mother to a formal dinner at his home. The house looked magnificent under the lights. Mr. Cole greeted them warmly and introduced them to his friends and business partners. Everyone was impressed by Malik's polite manners and calm presence. During dinner, Mr. Cole spoke to him quietly. "Malik, you have grown into an extraordinary young man. Your honesty, kindness, and hard work have brought you this far. I want you to know that I consider you part of my family now." Malik felt a mix of pride and humility. "Thank you, sir. I will never forget your guidance and support." After dinner, Malik's mother thanked Mr. Cole. "You have changed my son's life." "I cannot express how grateful I am." Mr. Cole smiled gently. "No one can succeed alone. It is always the people who guide us and the lessons we learn that shape our future. Malik has taught me that even the smallest acts of kindness matter." The following month, Malik received news that he had been accepted into a prestigious summer program for young innovators. The program would provide him with advanced education in technology, leadership, and problem solving. Malik felt excited but remembered his promise to remain humble. He also knew that he would continue helping Mrs. Lane and other people in his town. One rainy afternoon, Malik walked through the streets on his way to school. He saw Mrs. Lane struggling to carry her flower cart in the wet mud. Without thinking, Malik ran to help her. Together, they moved the cart to a dry spot under a building. She looked at him and smiled. "Malik, you never change." "Thank you, my boy," Malik smiled back. "Helping you is nothing compared to what you have taught me. Mrs. Lane, your courage inspires me." Later that evening, Malik returned home and wrote a letter to Mr. Cole. He thanked him for all the guidance, opportunities, and belief in his abilities. He promised to continue working hard and helping others. A few days later, Mr. Cole called Malik to his office. "I read your letter, Malik. It shows your gratitude and honesty. I am proud of the person you have become. You are ready for the next step?" Malik asked. "What is the next step, sir?" Mr. Cole smiled. "I want you to consider this carefully. I would like to support your college education fully. You will have the resources, guidance, and mentorship to achieve your dreams, but you must promise to remain true to yourself and always help others." Malik's heart swelled with emotion. "I promise, sir. I will never forget where I came from, and I will use this chance to do good for others as well. Over the next year, Malik prepared for college, continued his work at the company, and studied diligently. He became a symbol of hope in his town. People admired his dedication, kindness, and humility. Many children in the neighborhood began to follow his example, helping neighbors and working hard in school. One sunny afternoon, Mr. Cole invited Malik to a community event where they celebrated local heroes and young talents. Malik spoke to the audience about honesty, hard work, and helping others. He told the story of Mrs. Lane, the old woman he had helped in the rain, and how that small act had changed his life forever. The audience applauded. Malik felt proud not because of the praise, but because he had inspired others to do good. Mr. Cole watched from the side, smiling. He knew that Malik's journey had only just begun, but he was confident that Malik would achieve great things while remaining humble and kind. As the sun set, Malik walked home with his mother. They talked about the future, about college, and about the lessons they had learned. Malik felt a sense of peace. He realized that helping others, staying honest, and working hard could truly change lives, including his own. He looked at his mother and said, "Mama, I never imagined that one small act of helping someone in need would lead to all this." She held his hand and replied, "My son, you always had a good heart. The world just needed to see it. Keep being kind, and life will continue to bless you in ways you cannot imagine." That night, Malik placed his scholarship letter, his company badge, and the small flower from Mrs. Lane on his desk. He looked at them and smiled. Each item represented a step in his journey, from kindness to opportunity, from honesty to recognition. He knew that life would bring more challenges, but he felt ready. He understood now that true success was not just about money or fame. It was about helping others, staying humble, and using every opportunity to grow and do good. Malik's life had changed forever, but he remained the same kind-hearted boy who helped an old woman everyone ignored. The world had noticed him, opportunities had opened, and the billionaire who had seen his true heart had become a guide and mentor. As Malik went to sleep that night, he dreamed of the future, a future full of hope, learning, and helping others. And he knew deep in his heart that no matter what happened, he would always remember the lesson he had learned long ago. Kindness and honesty could change a life forever. Malik smiled softly and whispered to himself, "I will never forget to help no matter what." And in that small town, where people once ignored others, a boy named Malik had shown that one person's good heart could inspire hope, change lives, and leave a mark on the world that would last forever.